Hello everyone, welcome to another Windows 10 video. My name is Ed. In today's video I want to talk to you about modifying the host file on Windows. Now for the new people to Windows that don't know much about host files, maybe they come from a Mac or Linux, and let's say you've got to maybe add a file because Autodiscover is resolving to 365 instead of your on-premise. Or you're one of those guys that like to test out things and you modify your host file to point to a local server to test new applications or the experience of an application, etc., before releasing it into production. To modify a host file, you can do this in, well, you can do this in only one way really. If you do it the normal way, where you go, you search for Notepad, and you go open. So the host file sits under C, Windows, System32, drivers, etc. Now you see there's nothing here. You go show all files, or you can type the name in here. Right, and this is your host file. Right. You can see I've been testing things here. So let's say you want to point 127.0.0.1 to Office, Outlook.office365.com as an example, and I hit Control S or I click File Save. I'm trying to save it as the host file, and when I click Save, it basically says you don't have permission. This is because to edit system files you need to run Notepad Elevated. So we're going to click No, cancel. We're going to exit out of here, not save. We click Start again, Notepad, run as administrator, yes. So now it should remember where you last opened a location. So you can see I'm already in here. See Windows System32, drivers, etc, host file. Now I type in the same thing again, 001, outlook.office365.com, and I save it now. You can see it's saved. If I close it, there we go. So that is how you edit your host file. Like I mentioned, you might be using it for testing like we do. Maybe you have firewalls you need to test. Maybe you have a new Exchange server and you want to, with a different namespace, and you want to point to it to test and see how Outlook works. Well, you can do that. It's easier than moving yourself to an Exchange server, or moving a company to Exchange server or to a production application, and then you start ending up with issues where you can actually test it. And if you want to go and revert the change, just launch Notepad Elevated and go in, and you can either put a hash in front of it. So it's actually very easy. Let me show you. Notepad, launch Elevated, open. So if I don't want to use this anymore, I just put a hash in front and I save it. And basically, if you want to, I need an elevated command prompt. If you want the changes to be immediate, then you can just do ipconfig flush DNS. And basically by flashing DNS, so if I had to ping outlook.office365.com, you see it resolving to, obviously these IPs will change. If I had to put it back and save, and I ping again, you can see the change is pretty quick or instant, but sometimes if the TTL is obviously a little bit longer, like your firewall or your SonicWall example might cache information, or your machine caches it, then you basically have to flush. Sometimes you flush it 2 or 3 times, and then when you ping it, it'll give you the result that you've actually entered in your host file. And that's how simple it is. Thank you very much for watching.